Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're jumping back into Hawkins, specifically Stranger Things 5. We're going to explore a really fascinating potential narrative arc for Eddie Munson's return.
Yeah, Eddie, his death in season 4, well, it definitely split the audience, didn't it?
It really did.
Yeah.
Some saw this, heroic sacrifice, but for others, well, it felt maybe underwhelming, or even some said lazy writing.
Especially, yeah, because those demobats, they died just minutes later.
Yeah.
Which makes his whole stand feel tactically a bit pointless, maybe?
Right. But what if that's the point?
Exactly. That's what we're diving into. How that death isn't really an ending. It's more like a transformation, a corrupted survival that Vecna could absolutely exploit.
Okay, I'm intrigued. How does that work?
Well, we're going to look at the show's own rules, the canon, plus some D&D lore that fits perfectly, and the themes the show always plays with. It actually maps out a really compelling, emotionally resonant way for him to come back.
And one that actually serves the bigger story, not just fan service.
Precisely. It deepens everything for the final season.
Okay, so let's start there. That tension you mentioned between the pointless death and the noble one. How does that become an opportunity?
Because it lays the groundwork perfectly. What looks like a maybe slightly questionable writing choice suddenly becomes this foundational catalyst. It's the seed for something much darker.
Okay, so how does he survive within the show's logic? Let's get into the lore.
Right. So first, the demobats. Think of them as like flying extensions of Vecna's hive mind. They're bites. They're bad, obviously, but not instantly fatal on their own.
Yeah, Steve survived a nasty attack.
Exactly. Eddie died from blood loss, exsanguination inside the Upside Down. And that place, it's weird with bodies. Organic stuff gets kind of absorbed, pulled into the environment.
Like with Will. Not absorbed, but Vecna definitely had a hold on him there.
Right. Bodily boundaries blur. Vecna, being the master of that whole domain, could totally hijack that process as Eddie died. He could have actively woven him into the fabric of the Upside Down.
Creating what? Like a hybrid?
A grotesque hybrid, yeah. Flesh and roots, maybe. Still alive in a horrifying way, but not human anymore. It answers the what happened to his body question canonically.
Okay, wow. So Vecna repurposes him. How does he control this new Eddie?
That ties straight into Vecna's powers. His whole thing is consuming minds, memories, powers. Like a lich from D&D. It's basically necromancy, right?
Manipulating life and death.
Exactly. So Vecna's consumption wouldn't just reanimate a corpse. It would create a sentient, corrupted vessel. It would still have fragments of Eddie inside.
Oh, wow. So not a zombie.
Not at all. More like a psychic weapon, a living nightmare, retaining just enough of Eddie to be truly horrifying.
Which sounds a lot like that Kiss the Betrayer theory that's been floating around. How does that fit?
Yeah, Kaz. Good connection. In D&D, Kaz was Vecna's vampire lieutenant. Killed by bats, ironically, and then betrayed Vecna.
So Eddie comes back as a vampire?
No, not literally. Think of it as a thematic blueprint. Stranger Things loves doing that. Eddie returns as Vecna's lieutenant and antagonist. But the betrayal part, that's internal. It's driven by Dustin. Dustin's unwavering belief in Eddie, his refusal to accept this corrupted version that acts like the symbolic sword of Kaz.
Prompting Eddie to fight back from within Vecna's control.
Potentially, yes. That's the core of the struggle.
And think about the timing. We know there's a time jump, right? Like a year and a half to fall 87.
Yeah.
Dustin must be carrying so much unresolved grief. Survivor's guilt.
He's the perfect target. Vecna unleashing this twisted Eddie on him, it's the ultimate psychological weapon.
Using Eddie's own personality against him. His music, his humor.
Twisted versions of it, yeah. Imagine hearing that laugh, but it's wrong. It's designed to inflict maximum pain, maximum guilt. It's really brutal psychological warfare.
And what about the others? 11, Will.
Well, for 11, it's a new kind of enemy, isn't it? Not just a monster, but a corrupted human, someone they knew. And for Will, with his connection, it would likely intensify that psychic link, maybe give him painful insights into what Vecna's doing.
Which could all build towards maybe a redemption arc.
Absolutely. That's the potential payoff. If Dustin's belief, their friendship is strong enough, maybe Eddie can fight back, like Billy did in that crucial moment.
A second sacrifice.
Possibly. But this time, completely on his own terms. Maybe providing that key distraction in the final fight. A truly earned heroic death. Redeeming not just his first death, but his corrupted existence.
So, wrapping this up for you listening, this whole idea, it takes that controversial death and turns it into something really meaningful, doesn't it?
It really does. It explores trauma, healing, friendship, all those core Stranger Things themes. It addresses the criticisms, but uses them to build something deeper for the finale.
A way to make the end game even more personal.
Definitely. And it leaves you with this thought. What if the biggest fight in Season 5 isn't just about beating the monster outside?
What if it's internal?
What if it's about fighting for your soul against that corruption? And maybe that internal struggle, that fight for redemption, is the most powerful way to heal. Not just for one person, but for everyone. Something to think about.
To join me. There's a reason you hide from them.